Jesus says, "Do not compare among each other. My grace is accomplish all things." November 29th, 2015. Words from Jesus to Sister Clare, spoken by Jackie. Jesus began, "I want to speak to you about grace and its all-sufficient significance in your lives. Many, if not all of you, my precious brides, find fault with yourselves and fall into the trap of comparing yourself to someone who has an outstanding attribute, but in fact you know nothing of their lives. This comparison leads to discouragement over who I have fashioned you to be and leaves you open to the sin of envy, as well as emulating them, so you distort who you truly are. Firstly, I want you to know that no one is as they seem on the outside. No, not one. There is a hidden side to each of you, the side you have either conquered or are still hiding, hoping that it will someday die. While you're traveling this road of life, I have given you graces for the moment. They are unlike the graces I have given anyone else, because you are my own unique creation. And these graces, my precious ones, are sufficient to meet the needs of the moment. I am the only one who knows how much grace a soul is operating in and how much they are lacking. I alone know what use they've made of the gifts I've given them, and I alone know precisely what they would look like if stripped of all my grace in their lives. My point is this: you are nothing without my grace, and no one is anything without my grace. I am the author and source of all that is good in each of your lives. And without my gifts to you, you would be less than nothing in the eyes of the world. But always precious to me. In very fact, I am the one who sees you in your graceless state, and I determine and endow you with garments of salvation and grace, sufficient for the life I've called you to. To be jealous or envious of others who seem to have more grace is an affront to my heart. I know it is human nature to compare and want, but if you saw the beauty in your own souls, you would not look to imitate others. With most, the problem is simply one of discovery, of who I've made you to be, and how beautiful you are in the scheme of things. Rather, you would labor faithfully with what I've given and promised you, until you begin to find fulfillment in the unique and priceless work of art that you are. You see, my grace is like a crystal clear ocean without end, like thousands of fires in the finest cut diamond, like the sweetness of apple blossoms in the spring, and the brilliant colors of the most diverse corals. It is supremely elegant, like the systems of the human body, like the source of light that overcomes the darkness, and its power greater than the sudden separation of continents. With my grace, through my grace, you accomplish all things, for there is nothing that can oppose me. Once I set about to accomplish something, it is already done. This is how secure you can be, my bride. Ponder these examples and understand that you are a work of grace that I have already completed in heaven, beautiful to behold, stunning in design and purpose, unlike any other. All of you have my grace. It is yours to embrace and use, or to reject and lie fallow. But it is there, and it is all sufficient for you right now in this moment where you are. No need to look around and pine away because others have more than you. No, rather discover the beauty I've created your own soul with and cultivate that. I promise you, it will be unique and more pleasing than those you look up to now. In the end, you will be brought to tears by what I've created you to be. You will be supremely happy with who I've created you to be, and never again wish to be anyone else. Even if another were to offer you their place, your understanding of who you are to me would prevent you from exchanging what I've done in your soul for what I've done in theirs. And so it is in heaven, under the light of endless rejoicing. Let it be so on this earth. For while you sojourn with me, I illuminate your way with my songs of rejoicing. Lean on my grace when things seem impossible. My grace is sufficient for you when you are weary. My grace is sufficient for you when you fall short. And when you begin to bloom under my gaze, my grace, like a fragrance, goes out to all the flowers of the garden and brings them cheer. My grace is my gift to you, along with my never-failing love. You are beautiful, and in heaven you will finally behold the glory I have knit into your being. Yes, you will see, even as you are seen. Your present sufferings and contradictions are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in you. Romans 8:18.